Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. So today let us continue our revision of polynomials. We had earlier covered the very first topic, that was identifying if a given algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. And then we also saw about, if you are given a polynomial, then how do you identify the degree of the polynomial? How do you identify the coefficients of x square, x, and those terms, to even verify if it is a polynomial or not, right? So those were, what is the constant? So those were certain things that we saw in the first set of video. In the next video we saw about the types of polynomials, right? The types. So what were the types? Based on the terms, number of terms, you had monomial, binomial, trinomial, and based on the degree, you had, if the degree is 1, it is linear; if the degree is 2, it was quadratic; and if the degree is 3, it is cubic. So in today's video, we will be discussing about a topic called, how do you find the value of a polynomial? Okay, a value of a polynomial. And we will be doing some questions, because this is the basis for some of the important theorems which is ahead. Okay, so let's start. What do you mean by value of a polynomial? Value of a polynomial. Okay, value of a polynomial. Okay, suppose your polynomial is, say, p of x. Okay, so it is a polynomial with has got x terms in it. Okay, it's a polynomial. And what is this particular value of this particular polynomial at x is equal to a? Okay, it is obtained by substituting a in place of x. Okay, you will be substituting x equal to a in p of x, and then when you substitute, p instead of x, when you substitute a, then it becomes p of a. That is, the value of the polynomial p of x at x equal to a is nothing but p of a. For example, suppose you have got your p of x is equal to, say, 3x square plus 5. Okay, and I am asking you to find the value of this p of x at x equal to 2. Okay, I have given you a p of x, I have given you a polynomial. It's a binomial, right? It has got 2 terms and the degree is 2, which means it's a quadratic polynomial, binomial and a quadratic one. So you have to find the value of p of x at x equal to 2. So what will it be? It will nothing be but, so x equal to 2, right? You have to find, just substitute, instead of x you will be substituting, putting 2 in place of x. So the whole of this polynomial becomes 3 into, instead of x, x is equal to 2. You have to find the value at x equal to 2. So 2 square plus 5. Okay, just solve it. 3 into 2 square is 4 plus 5. Okay, so which is nothing but 12 plus 5, which is equal to 17. So the answer would be the value. So what is 17 here? The value of the polynomial p of x at x equal to 2 is 17. Okay, so that's the answer. So it's such a very simple concept, right? Find the value. You will be given a value of the variable, that is x equal to 2. For example, this is your variable, right? And you have to just substitute and find the value of p of x at that variable value, which is indicated as x equal to 2. Let us see another question. Okay, the question is, find p of 4. Okay, if p of x is equal to x plus 5. So how will you do it? Very simple. So you have to find the value of p of x at x equal to 4, right? So P of 4 is equal to, in place of x, just substitute 4. 4 plus 5, which is nothing but 9. That's your answer, right? Another question. Find the value of P of x, okay? If P of x is given as 5x square minus 3x plus 7, you have to find the value at x equal to 1. So how will you do it? P of 1 is equal to, this is the value of the polynomial at x equal to 1. 5 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 7, which is nothing but 5 minus 3 plus 7. 5 plus 7 is 12 minus 3. It's nothing but 9. So what is P of 1? P of 1 is nothing but the value of the polynomial, P of x at x equal to 1 is nothing but your 9. Okay, so this is your final answer. And if you are able to do it, if it's a 1 mark question, you will get 1 mark. If it's a 2 mark question, you will get 2 marks. Okay, and you have to write the statement as well. The value of the polynomial P of x at x equal to 1 is nothing but 9. And the value of the polynomial will differ. Okay, if you have x equal to 2, the value will again differ. It will be a different value, right? Whatever x value you're substituting, suppose you're finding P of x at x equal to 2 or x equal to 3, automatically the value will change. Okay, let's do another question here. Okay, so this is the homework for you. Okay, a homework for you. If you have understood, you will do it as a homework. Find the value of q of y equal to 3y cube minus 4y plus root 11 at y is equal to 2. Okay, so this is your homework. You will do it and tell me your answer in the comments, right? Okay, because mathematics is a subject which you will understand only if you take your paper and pen and actually practice it. It will not be effective if you just see my videos. It will not at all be effective. Maths comes with practice. You will get to learn a concept and you'll become very, very thorough in it only if you learn it, only if you practice it. Okay, so this is something which I wanted to tell you. I hope finding the value of a polynomial is very clear for all of you, right? Let us move to another topic, which is nothing but zeros of a polynomial. Okay, what do you mean by zeros of a polynomial? It's again a very, very important topic. Okay, zeros means root, or you can also call it solution. Okay, what do you mean by zero of a polynomial? That value of x. Okay, let me write it. The value of x. Okay, that makes P of x equal to 0. That x, okay, which when substituted will give you P of x value as 0. Okay, that x is called the root or the solution, or it is also called as the zero of that polynomial. Okay, of that polynomial. So what do you mean by zero of a polynomial? That specific value of x, which when substituted will give you the value of the polynomial as 0. That x is called as root or solution or 0 of that polynomial. Okay, so this is a very important concept both in 9th as well as 10th. Okay, so please understand it very, very thoroughly. Okay, for example, let me give you 1 or 2 examples today and then we will continue the remaining in the next video. For example, I am giving you the question is P of x is equal to 3x minus 3. Okay, and the question is find the 0 root or solution, everything is the same, of this polynomial. This is the question. Okay, how will you do it? How will you do this? Can you tell me? You have to first equate this to 0. Okay, so if you give 3x minus 3 equal to 0, what will be 3x? 3x equal to 3. X will be equal to 3 divided by 3, which is nothing but 1. Right? Therefore, x equal to 1 is the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, this polynomial. So this is how you have to do it. So if you substitute p of 1, if you see, what will you get? 3 into 1 minus 3, which is nothing but 3 minus 3, which is nothing but 0. So what is that x value which is giving the value of the polynomial is 0? It is nothing but 1, right? When you are substituting in place of x, if you are substituting 1, the value of the polynomial is 0. That is why x equal to 1 is the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, now let's do another question. Okay, find, the question is P of x is equal to 1 by 3x minus 2 by 3. Okay, you have to find the 0 of this polynomial. Find the 0 of this polynomial P of x. How will you do it? Just equate it to 0. So 1 by 3x minus 2 by 3 equal to 0, which means 1 by 3x equal to 2 by 3. Right? Divided by 3 gets cancelled. Therefore, x is equal to 2. Okay? Suppose you are asked to even validate, then what will you do? You will say, okay, let's see what is P of 2. What is P of 2? You will definitely get 0. 1 by 3 into 2 minus 2 by 3. What is 1 by 3 multiplied by 2? It is 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3, which is nothing but 0. So you have validated it as well. Okay, this is your validation to make sure that x equal to 2 is the 0 of the polynomial, is the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, so this is your answer. One very easy question for you. Suppose, okay, homework is in this particular topic. P of x is nothing but 13x minus 13. Okay, find the 0 of this P of x. Okay, of this P of x. You will do it yourself and you will comment me that, okay, whether you have done or not, if you are able to do both of these concepts, right? I have given you 2 homeworks. The first homework is to find, what is the first homework? Yeah, here, right? This one. This is your first homework. Find the value of the polynomial at y equal to 2. This is the first homework. Pause the video, make a note of it, do it, and please comment if you are able to do question number 1 and the last question, the second question. This is your question number 2. Both of these questions. So if you are able to do both these questions, we can for sure say that you have understood both of these things. How to find the value of a polynomial and how do you find the 0 of a polynomial. So these were the 2 things that we discussed in today's video. If you like the video and if you are able to understand the video the way I teach, please do put it in the comments and I'll be more than happy to read it and reply you back. In case if you have any suggestions or any specific topics that you'd like me to teach, please do post it in the comments as well. Do share, please do subscribe, and let's see you all in the next video. Thank you.